Hello, and welcome back to Ask Alan about low-carb cocktails. Today we're going to make a tiki drink called the Pearl Diver. Join with me this week as we explore this great tiki drink. Hello and welcome to Ask Alan about low-carb cocktails. This week I wanted to do something called a Pearl Diver. This is something that uses a mix called Donn's Gardenia mix. So I had to make that ahead of time. It's a little bit complicated. Well, not complicated, just takes a little bit of effort. So what I did, and I have that here, is I used the basic recipe, which I'll provide, but I used this sugar-free cinnamon dolce for the cinnamon syrup, of course sugar-free vanilla, which is still Starbucks. They stopped making most of their sugar-free stuff. And then for the honey syrup, or for the honey, I used this honey syrup. It's a honey cinnamon syrup, which tastes pretty good. But unfortunately, what that ended up doing was the Donn's Gardenia mix keeps separating. Actually has butter in it. So I think that butter attaches to the honey molecules and helps that to keep from separating when it sets in the refrigerator. So this is what I got. It probably tastes, I don't know, it may taste better with the honey in it than the honey syrup. But at least the way that I made it, it's low carb. Actually, I don't think there's any carbs in it. But that's what I have, and you can make it the way that the recipe calls for, or you can use the low-carb syrups instead to get a low or no-carb version of this Donn's Gardenia mix. This is something that is blended, and I have this NutriBullet blender, and that works really well. So, not getting paid for any advertisement of any of this stuff. I'm just telling you what I use and what things work best. The other thing I use is this OXO. It's a 2-ounce, 4-tablespoon measuring cup, which just is very convenient. It's got most of the markings that I need for most of the drinks, and it works better than a shot glass for measuring out the alcohol. But it's up to you. You can get a good jigger, or you can use one of these. I just happen to use this because it's very convenient. So, again, the Donn's Gardenia mix has honey, an ounce of honey, an ounce of unsalted butter, only a teaspoon of cinnamon syrup, half teaspoon of allspice liqueur, and I use the allspice liqueur that I made low carb, and vanilla syrup. So again, everything that I used was low or no carb, so that's going to come out as basically no carbs for that. The Pearl Diver itself is something that I'd found online and I thought looked pretty good. So with this, I used the Hamilton 151 for the Demerara Rum. It doesn't call for a higher proof rum, but that's what I used. And then I used the Zacapa 23 for the aged column distilled rum. It's a Solera rum. Zacapa 23. They do add sugar. I don't exactly know how much, but I probably won't buy another one of these. It tastes good, but it's got sugar in it. So you can use anything that, just a good aged rum. there's a little bit of difference between the different methods of making rum, but column still rum has different flavors, different tastes. So we'll put this together and blend it up and see how this tastes. Okay, so 1.5 ounces of the column distilled rum. Half ounce of the Demerara rum. Half ounce of Donn's Gardenia mix. When you make this, it says it's only good for a week. I ended up making a double recipe. Probably shouldn't have, because I'm going to end up dumping out some. Half ounce of lime juice. Half ounce of orange juice, and I'm using this light orange juice, which only has 11 carbs for 8 ounces, so for a half ounce it's maybe 0.7. And 1 dash Angostura bitters. We'll blend that and then put it into the Tiki mug. This is a little noisy, so I'll come back in a moment with it blended. Now that's blended. And really, for this mug, I should have made a double recipe, but it's a little bit larger mug than what I need for this. And it says to garnish with an edible orchid, which I'm not going to do. I don't have that. But I have this fake pineapple frond. So again, the Donn's Gardenia mix is something that you have to make ahead of time, and the recipe will make enough for multiple drinks. And this is the Pearl Diver. Definitely has a really good taste. Maybe needs a little bit more ice, but I like it. I think this is something you will like too. I've made it in a way that has less sugar, less carbs. I'll try to get an estimate of what the total carbs is in the way I made this. But if you do this without using low carb ingredients, then of course you'll have a higher amount of sugars in there. But that's up to you. It's what you need. So if you're watching this just to find out how to make cocktails, don't bother with the low carb syrups. But for those of us who do need that, definitely use the lower carb ingredients. So again, this is a really good drink. I think you'll enjoy it, and I hope you'll take a chance to try this, to get the ingredients together and make a very nice tiki drink. So that's it for this week. I do hope that you'll Give this a try. Share this with your friends. Like and subscribe and do all those things. And above all, try to provide comments, because if I don't know how these are coming across to people, I won't know what to change or to do differently. So definitely like, subscribe, share, comment, do all that stuff. And this is it for today. Next week we'll do another cocktail, and I hope that you'll enjoy this, and we'll have a great day and a great week ahead.